Hello, this is Ama, a student of Ravensbourne University, London. Basically, we were given to choose our project as a final semester project to do some new innovative thing that is not available in the market, that is small, manageable, and we had to develop a budget for it. So I opted for choosing a smart home energy management system. Basically, choosing this was because of I saw a gap that energy is not managed well, so we are wasting our primary resources. So the resources are scarce, and they must be saved as much as we can. So that's why I introduced this kind of project that will save cost of the households or different things. I've opted for a local pizza shop called Tops Pizza. It doesn't cost much, so that's why I opted for it. So it was small and manageable easily. How it works that we will install the motion detectors and some kind of the automatic motion detectors and sensors connected with the app. So if you are not using a specific thing, you can turn it off, or if there is no one inside, it will turn off automatically. Basically, our project follows the following criteria. Uh, that is introduction. I have introduced everything to you. The project team comprises of our project manager and our system engineer. Basically, I've opted for a system engineer because a system engineer could do both the hardware and software things. So that was the reason for opting a system engineer. And the payment from the client, basically we will get 30% advance payment from the client, and 70% after delivering the uh, project. And the assumptions we have made that the resources would be available in the market, and the risk would be minimum, and all the assumptions are based on the realistic methods, because we have done a thorough research beforehand, and we think that we came to know that the supplier we have and manpower we will have on hand, and it will be available immediately. And for contingency, I have written down everything in the report, that how do we deal with the risk, what are the risk management mitigation strategies. Basically, we have made the assumption that the supplier will supply us the things timely, and if something happens, so we will have the other options for that. So in my project, basically there are three kind of scenarios: normal, pessimistic, and optimistic. The normal scenario is chose as a baseline cause, because the optimistic scenario is the top of it, and the pessimistic scenario is the bottom down scenario. So mostly the projects goes in normal scenarios if everything goes normal. If it goes beyond expectations, then it would be in optimistic scenario, and it if it collapse or things doesn't go right, and then it will be called as pessimistic scenario. I will discuss the scenarios in a slide later. Well, the normal scenario would be that if everything completed on time, resources are readily available, and project goes within the time frame, and it doesn't overruns the budget, so it will be called as normal scenario. Basically, I have included 6% uncertainty and 11% risk, and I've made uh, budget for including the contingency, that is for 12,383. I have put these percentages because of the past projects. I have read the past small projects that were done in here, so the prices the prices will be in pounds, and the normal scenario timeline for our project is 8 weeks. Optimistic scenario is, I've told you earlier that if everything goes beyond expectations, then it would be optimistic scenario. For optimistic scenario, I have put 7% risk and 3% uncertainty. Basically, the risk and uncertainty are kept to be a minimum, and the budget for optimistic scenario is uh, 11,165 pounds. For the pessimistic scenario, if things get delayed and it runs over budget, then it will be called as pessimistic scenario. Well, the pessimistic scenario for it, I have put the risk and uncertainty for 22 and 11%. So it would be, when the project collapse all over and the budget is 13,129. Coming over the past slide. Well, another thing to add up here, that our basically our team consists of the marketing team as well to do the sales and bring up the leads. So for every lead, and they get 2% of the deal. Now let's just wrap our conversation. So our budgeted spend, the cost that we thought that this much cost would be spent on our budget was 11,000 after doing all the analysis and after putting in the contingency cost and everything. That was 11,165 pounds, but when we calculated the actual budget, that comes up for 11,550 pounds. So it went into optimistic scenario. As you can see, the cost variance and schedule variance and cost performance index, basically we have calculated all of them in the week 6, but if you refer to the Excel sheet, it will tell you that the two hefty amounts were being done in the last 2 weeks, so that's why it was not included in these amounts. So that's why it is in the cost variance is in minus 2,796 pounds. The schedule variance is minus 0.14%. Basically, it tells us that it is if it is negative, the schedule is, we are behind the schedule. If it is positive, then we are advance of our schedule. So it is showing negative, but we have, as I told you, that we have calculated it in week 6. After going in week 8, we came to know that, yeah, our project was completed within the time schedule. It went a little bit further, but it doesn't matter. So the cost performance index comes up at 0.76, as that goes for it as well, that we have calculated in the week 6. So that's why it comes up under under 1. So that tells us that if it is minus if it is under 1, then then the cost, then we have calculated under budget. If we are going under budget, if it is greater than 1, then it is over budget. So it is showing 0.76 that we are under budget a little bit, but still it is in week 6. So if we go to week 8, we come to know that we have completed our project in an optimistic scenario. Thank you so much.